Okay. Ooh, we are here on Monday, and it is Monday for me right now, with a little bit late, but better late than never. And hopefully, yeah, I should be able to get it out today on Monday, but you probably might not get it until tomorrow. Um, and I just recorded Wednesday's Days of General Restlessness number 5, so that's definitely, well, I got to listen to it first. But I mentioned it at the beginning of that, and I'm going to mention it right here, right now. That I did. I know I talked about this, but I did 2 theme songs. Uh, just because I like it. So what's it to you? And so there's just 2. There's the one for morning cereal, which will be on Wednesdays and Fridays, and then there is one that, if I can find it, is for fake fiction. This one right now. I just started this immediately after reading because I can smell dinner, so I'm gonna get this done. Pollen in Atlanta is the worst. Okay, recents. There we go. So here we go. Crap it. I had to switch microphones. I think I got to charge that one, which is pretty good. I mean, it lasted me this long. I mean, I bought it for this, and I've been using it for this, and just now I have to charge it, so which I didn't even know I had to do. But I thought it was, getting juice from the phone or the tablet. Okay, here we go. This is the theme now for fake fiction. No echo, so I'll just whisper it. Whispering Chicken presents. Okay, yeah. Well, hold on, I'm listening to something. Cause that's right. Yeah, it is different. Come on. Okay, there we go. Okay, good. I don't have to read anything now. So let's see. What was I going to talk about? What I mentioned in the at the beginning of morning cereal for Wednesday. Oh, my microphone mitten. I think I talked about that. As I was sitting here in the studio, which, as you know, if you've been listening, is a walk-in closet, which is perfect because the sound is minimal, and the clothes hanging plays a huge part in that. And then I hung things so there's not a blank drywall in front of me or around me, even if it is painted. But I've hung things, and I bought some fabric to do something with, but I don't know what the fuck to do with it. So now it's one was going to be tablecloth. That's right. So I can pull it. I've got it rolled up over the door, and I can pull it down over the door if I want to, and that's less. That's more buffering. And then I've got a kind of a wall of felt. Excuse me, allergies. A wall. I'm gonna pin this damn thing on me so I can have both hands free, because I'm using my lapel mic because I didn't feel like getting up and going out there to get the one I used on Second Life. I have to come back to that too. There's a lot. Okay, so I have a microphone mitten because I love my microphone. I did not have to spend much. I'm working on volume issues, but I think I can get that sorted. And but it has the echo on it already. I don't have to go to something else to turn the echo on. And it's got a plug for headphones or earbuds. Excuse me, so that I can hear myself in real time as I'm recording it. So I don't know what the hell this sounds like right now. I'll have to listen to it. But I guess it's not too bad not being able to hear myself, except for with my ears right now, and as it comes out of my mouth. So that microphone, though, it's okay. Yeah, it's not metal; it's plastic. But I didn't pay for a metal microphone. It's kind of a starter, but I'm gonna keep it for a long time. And so holding it, God, when I got the earbuds in, I'm glad, because I would have never known. It's like, oh my God, it's like rubbing steel wool over the mouthpiece of an old telephone, around one of the little holes, scrub. Just barely touch it with my hands. So I am sitting here in the studio, and to my right, well, sort of in front of me, I'm sitting catty corner right now, because I kind of started doing this after the surgery. No, when my knee was bothering me real bad, which I can't even get into that. That's for another blog or something. Oh God, so many things to remember. I was going to write these down. So in front of me is this basket, which it's a laundry basket, but it is full of winter accoutrements. Scarves, mittens, woolly hats that look like they're from South Park. Not like the Rena's floor sock that Jody. Anyway, that's a drug story. So I'm looking over there, and I'm like, I can use a mitten, because we've got several pairs of them. One, the Scots are too bulky. They're great for winter, but I can't imagine if somebody were to walk in, and I'm sitting here in the closet talking into a microphone, and I've got one mitten on, big fluffy mitten. Okay, random. So that's, I use that because I've been holding it, because that's part of the voice issue, I think, is because with the setup, my little table thing was too low to get my voice as loud. And that brings me to what I was going to say about the studio. Damn it, I hate it when I have to talk about two things at the same time. So, y'all know you all know, I say, as I assume you've listened to every one of these podcasts, which you really should have, because, better flow, that I play Second Life, and it's very, very interesting to do. I can't do the coming at you, games. I liked DC Universe, okay, but I don't know how it is now, but it used to be, repetitive, the little challenges you would do, so you knew what to do, and it wasn't that big of a surprise. But, I can't play I could play shooting games, like if it was zombies, but I can't do, player-to-player battles type shit. I'll lose all the time, because I'll just be like, stop coming at me. Too much movement, too much fast. Well, Second Life is anything but fast, unless, of course, you're wanting to have virtual sex, and then you can't wait. But it has been an experience. I've taken breaks. Other people have taken breaks. It's really, it's odd. It's a very odd game, because it's not a game, and what it has developed into is just, it's definitely a niche area for people to exist. And without saying too much more and getting wrapped up in that, I had the idea of doing something different. Now, this would be just on YouTube, because I don't think iTunes does video blogs. If they do, they do. But I'm not paying if I decide to, I may, but I'm not paying the price of extra to do a video blog. So I want to make sure first. But I was thinking about doing one kind of for people that don't know Second Life, and I'm talking about from the very beginning, show them, like, I've got several characters made. I don't have a lot of, I don't do that, I just focus on my main character, and then I've got two that I created to kind of balance out. And you got to have a second person at least if you create a group, and sometimes if you do a little business or something like that, you have employees, and I'm not trusting anybody with any of my stuff, so my employees are myself. But I'm primarily my original character, but I can go into that later because I've got them waiting. I haven't actually started the game with them, res them, so I can do that and show you where it starts. But that'll definitely be on video. I've already practiced setting up the camera. I need to get a damn. I've got a holder that Scott. I don't know. I can't remember where Scott got it from. Somebody was taking pictures, and it holds the iPhone, but it's a tight fit. I imagine it wasn't made for the S Max, but I don't have anything to attach that to though, because I've got several actually tripods. I'll figure it out. I will definitely figure it out. But otherwise, I did figure out a way to rig it to capture the screen. I even have a little kind of introduction to it. But I can the way people who don't know it can look and see, and I can also, interestingly enough, without anybody knowing, is record things that show you things, and even show you ridiculous things and raunchy things that they've got. I ain't showing you the illegal stuff because I don't want to even see that. But so okay, here we go, back around again. Center of the shrubbery maze. What the hell is he banging? I know he was eating. I mean, he was cooking, but now he's banging on something. Like that was too much for one nail for something. Okay, anyway. He might be beating dough or something. I don't know what he's a chef, so you never know. Okay. What the hell was I leading? A video. Oh, yeah. So, also, I can put on, I can put whatever I want on my YouTube channel. And I'm going to actually show you my studio, what I got going on with the studio here. That I can show you all the little things, because, picture says 1,000 words for what's in the frame. But it doesn't tell you what's just to the left out of the picture, or to the right, or up or down. So, video would be definitely more appropriate to show you. I'm gonna have to spruce it up a little bit because it's a bit lived in, not too much, but a bit, and you can see some of the little tricks I do, and to help, and my kind of, it'd be. I want it to be a good thing to say. Look, you can do this. You don't have to wait until you're alone and have it all peaceful and quiet, because I'm sure you didn't hear him banging out there on something, but I did. But it's very quiet in here. It's that very, very loud silence. Well, I say that because the tinnitus, because quieter it gets, the louder it gets for me. Oh God, okay. So I had a week off. This is fake fiction. I said that. I had a week off, and it was interesting. It was interesting. I'm not going to go into a whole lot because it's so far unrelated to this that it's for another venue, which would be probably my blog. But what the hell is it? SheridanDLow.com. Wait a minute. No, there's not. Oh. SheridanDLow.com. Is that it? Yeah, that's it. Which I've neglected totally since I've been, since everything really. And I've got several things that I've got. One thing that I'm actually, probably trying to find a way to write about. I started with last year or excuse me, half a tier. And um, I'm not ready to actually give any much details about that. But it's different. It'll be different. It'll be interesting. It's different. It's unusual. It's nice. Okay, damn it. I'll tell you. So it. I have written one. I was gonna say I wrote one story already, based on Second Life. It's called Too Many Eric Folsoms. I had taken a break and I went back, and when I went back, they were upgrading to mesh things, and the bodies were now being made, which is just ludicrous because it's not real. There's no mesh anything. If there's any mesh, it might be hardware in your computer or something, but there's nothing there. You have space somewhere, space to hold all this information about the game, but that's none of it's real. So but it's immersive, so you're supposed to feel like it's a real life. Well, with Too Many Eric Folsoms, I met this guy named Eric Folsom at the beach, and his avatar scared me. His face was kind of creepy because it was the most realistic one I'd ever seen. But they fucked up the body because it was all out of proportion, muscly, and at that time you couldn't adjust, I think, as much, and there was very little in the way of clothing you could wear. I mean, they could have fixed all that because it's made up anyway, but they didn't. So I ended up, over the next few days, everywhere I went, I would see at least one, if not more, usually more, 2 or 3 of the same avatar. Like, half the guys bought it on Second Life. It was everywhere. And it's just they couldn't really modify it, and the clothing was all just limited. They all looked the same, alike. Now they've got to where you could adjust them now, and they make them more proportional, and a lot more clothing too. But which is funny to see. It's like Sissy Young, the big toddler in Days of General Restlessness, trying to put on real makeup and clothes and stuff, and it just looks silly on a giant baby, dressed like an adult. And the babies are fine, but if it's a kid that's talking age and they act like an adult, I have no use for that nonsense. Their parents can go to hell for letting them do that. Children that act like adults, and I will actually not. And okay, oh no, I'm not going to give any examples. Well, the younger girl on Blackish, and the young Sheldon, they all, what I mean. They, kids. Oh my God, Junior Master Chef. We do now. My husband's a chef. We watch a lot of the shows. We watch Master Chef, except for the kids. It is so insufferable to me to be around a kid like that. And I don't know if it has anything to do with the fact that I was like that, but okay. What was I talking about? So yeah, a lot of stuff. Second Life. So I wrote the story, and it was based in reality. Somebody was on the game, and it was a little bit of a scary story with suddenly the Eric Folsoms popping up, and then I think there was I haven't read it in so long. I think there was imagining of even seeing them, he's seeing him in the real world or whatever. But anyway, what I'm doing now, writing. I just began writing it, which was good because I've been working on producing these little episodes and covering stuff that I've already written, and I'm really at the point where I need to start doing the writing, especially on Days of General Restlessness. But because I've got enough Friday stuff to fill at least a year. but I'm going to run out of Days of General Restlessness, at this rate, and I need to, keep on up. So this week I'm going to have to read what other episodes after 5 and go over my notes that I wrote. Thank God I wrote a bunch of notes. I knew I was going to need them sometime because you know how soaps are. They're just, so convoluted, and, something could, definitely happen that'll contradict something in the past, and that's about to happen on Days of General Restlessness, actually, because I forgot about something. But it's okay. I can work with it. That's what I do. If I make a mistake, or if I, decide I want to do something, I don't know how to do it, I'll just put it in anyway and figure out how to do it at some point. But, so basically it's going to be, so overused. It will be set in Second Life completely as if there is no other life. You know what I mean? So I'm writing it, saying things that, like flying or whatever, doing whatever, but writing it so that it's not writing it as if they're, computer games or characters or avatars, writing it as if, this is just how their life is. And like, instead of saying, teleported or something, to another location or something, I went to the beach, or I went to this store, it's like, but, with Second Life stuff going on too. So it's going to kind of straddle that line. So there will be a bit of unrealistic actions and items, but I'm going to treat them like it's just normal, kind of like Days of General Restlessness. Then nobody bats an eye at some of those things that go on, and I'm coinciding it with a group I created on Second Life, and I'm going to see about, especially if I do that video blog, I can kind of show people that might interview for this group that I made, because it's not going to be easy to get into the group if they can even find it. I really don't want anybody in it. A couple of people, that I know can handle it, because it's going to be a deep group, getting together. And there's some people, I already regularly have deep conversations with, especially someone she's called Knight in the game. Shout out to Knight. Hey, Liz. She can, her and her boyfriend Day can definitely handle the deep discussions, but not everybody could, because half of the guys generously are looking for sex, and if not immediately, the ultimate goal of sex, or partnering and stuff like that, which I've already got in real life, and why would I want a fake one? But this process will be interesting, to video and stuff like that. I need to investigate, because Georgia is a one-party consent law, and I wonder how that plays out with the internet, because I know that's federal, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, I'll figure it out. Probably just do it. Ignorance can be a reason, if it's not an excuse. And the group, here we go, which is the title. Oh, let me look. I've got it right here. Okay, no, it's not quite the same. The group that the story right now is being called Bespoke Philosophers. And the group I created is called Theoretical Bespoke Philosophers. So it's going to be full of some interesting conversations, I'm sure. I'm not sure how much I'll record, but I'll have it at the ready, hopefully, if I can get something to hold that thing up. Okay, so that might be coming, might not. I'm working on my place, which I have them come to for interviewing for the group, but basically God damn it, that word again. But it is actually I'm creating it as a home, not as a possible destination. I always say that, and then I try to make it a destination, and then I give up and move on. But this time, I really want to do this one at home. And I've especially like when I'm writing this story, Bespoke Philosophers, I like to go into Second Life, even if I'm just standing there or sitting there. Sometimes I sit at a desk and I won't even go into what I did when I was grieving for the cat. But I've still got those two. That totally sidetracked me. And that's part of the thing that from last week is that after I got past the surgery hurdle, things went well with surgery, and it wasn't a you need to get radiation now kind of thing. It's a we're going to do radiation, to be on the safe side kind of thing. So once I decided that I was going to try alternative methods, which I will go ahead and say that I have become a pescatarian now. I do not eat red meat. Obviously, oh my God, what am I going to do about pork? Well, I'm going to give it up. Just fish, vegetables. Scott can pick himself up pork or whatever he wants, and then I can have some fish or something else, because I don't expect him to do it too. He needs more energy. And so once I got past all the hurdles, pretty much for the surgery, and it began to recede after a few days or a week, everything that I'd been stuffing down came back. So, the grief of the cats, what happened in October, which is insanity in itself. The story is really insane. It really is. It's I would not believe it. I've said this so many times, but I wouldn't believe it if it didn't happen to me. It's crazy. Yeah, it's madness, especially since I'm in the right, and they started in the wrong. That's how I got involved, because they started in the wrong. But it's gonna be a story. It's gonna be a post, something, something, because I need to get it out, and I think it just make a fascinating story of I don't know. I guess the best thing I can think of right now off the top of my head is no good deed goes unpunished. That's kind of it, yeah. Nice guy finishes last. Except not really, so yeah. Losers. Just because you got a person in your group that's smart at computers don't make you thinking smart. Because I told them for years, you are fucktards. Okay. I don't think I have anything else. I don't want anything else. I gotta get out of here, go back out there, and in the air conditioning. I didn't bring my cooling packs in here today. And now, but I'm glad, because this is fake fiction, and we have gotten out of the way. Oh yeah, fake fiction. We got out of the way. Days of General Restlessness. I got to listen to it, but it should be fine. And so that gives me a few days to record the second half, part 2 of Love Knows Nothing, a charming thriller for Friday's morning cereal. But I'm back on track. A little late tonight. Less than 2 hours till tomorrow. So I need to listen and get that posted. And I guess that's it. So I will unclip this and give you the theme at the ending, which I should have done that morning serial, and I didn't. I could add it. I figured out how to add to recordings. Finally. I'm getting there. I am getting there, people. And I guess, yep, okay. That's it. I'm done. I'm damn done. 30 minutes. Great. See you guys Wednesday for Morning Cereals, Wednesday edition of Days of General Restlessness.